We're here with Dustin from Canonical. As you may have heard of him, there's this tiny little company that makes a tiny little Linux distribution called Ubuntu, and they have quite an impressive little booth. Little things like the glowing Ubuntu power pack here.
It's a mouse, actually.
Oh, that's a mouse?
It's a mouse.
Oh, that's cool. How do I get one of them?
It's on the Ubuntu store.
Oh, okay. All right, so I can buy one. That's really cool. All right, so Dustin, tell me a little bit about what Canonical is doing here, and why it was that you guys decided to make LinuxCon a priority, and what all of this really cool stuff is on your table.
Sure, we've got a couple of talks this week at ContainerCon, especially about containers. Our container solution is called LXD, and we're demonstrating that here on the Orange Box, as well as on a couple of Raspberry Pis and a BeagleBone. We've also got the Ubuntu phone here as well.
And you guys have your own case for the Raspberry Pi.
We do. That's the. This is called we call this the Orange Matchbox. This is the Orange Box. This is the Orange Matchbox, and yeah, that's a Raspberry Pi running snappy Ubuntu, and we're running. There's a few dozen Linux containers running on that ARM system right now.
All right. Well, we've seen this box before, but tell me again, for those that maybe haven't seen it before, what this box is and why it's so cool.
Sure, it's a portable cloud, a portable cluster. There are 10 physical nodes on the inside of this. It's 10 Intel Nukes, 5 on this side, 5 on that side. These act as heat sinks. Each Nook has 4 CPUs, 16 gigs of RAM, and 120 gigs of SSD. And so this box in a flight case packs the punch of 40 processors, 160 gigs of RAM, and a couple of terabytes of solid-state storage. We use this to demonstrate the power of Ubuntu OpenStack and clouds at a very small portable scale. This helps us demonstrate to someone what they can do with this at a grand scale in a data center.
What am I looking at here on the screen?
Looks like we're looking at Ubuntu OpenStack deploy. This is kind of the, I guess the geek's view of it. If we were to look at the OpenStack view, or the graphical view, this is what OpenStack looks like when it's deployed. There's 20-something services. Every service is deployed inside of a Linux container, and those are spread across the 10 nodes inside of here.
Okay. Outstanding. As far as this device goes, you said it's primarily built off of Nukes, right? I have noticed, in my experience, that the Nukes have some kind of weird quirks to it. Have you noticed any quirks as you built a box with 10 of them?
Yes, and we've got about 20 of these in the field, so it's not 10, okay, but it's about 200 Nukes we have in service. Mm-hmm. They're quirky hardware. Mm-hmm. It's very, very cloudy, though. It's very much like the cloud. When one goes bad in the cloud, you throw that instance away and start up another one. Yeah. When we need to replace a Nook, we can field replace this by ordering a Nook off of Amazon and slapping a new one in.
That's crazy. That's crazy that Amazon has gotten to that point where they are now cost-effective enough that you're not ordering directly from the manufacturer, that you're going, through Amazon, and then you get. I bet you guys have a Prime membership.
I think we do.
That's awesome. Well, is there anything else that Canonical or Ubuntu is doing that is worthy of talking about? Sure.
This is kind of fun. This is the Ubuntu phone.
Oh yeah.
So this phone, in fact, is running Ubuntu. We've got. Sorry, let me wake it up. So this is everything you'd expect out of a phone. These are generally available. This is the Meizu. There's also a similar phone from BQ. It's running Ubuntu. You put a SIM card in it, and you can use it anywhere in the world. I used it for a couple of weeks as my only phone. So your starting point is here,
okay.
And you can the gestures come from the side. So swiping from the left edge opens your frequently used apps. You've got your dialer here. You've got your browser here. Swiping from the right shows you what apps are currently running on the system, and swiping from the bottom brings up any contextual menus for that app, and then swiping from the top brings down your notifications. And depending on where you swipe, if I pull down here at the battery, I can get the battery information. If I pull down here on the network, you can see the network information.